Even by the standards of Miami politics, this was odd.
CBS 4's Jim DeFede called it embarrassing, and that may have been right around the time Commissioner Joe Carollo referred to when he used to wear jock straps. Believe it or not, that was said at the commission meeting. Jim is live with us now. And Jim, what do you think? An all-time low in Miami politics?
Yeah, I watched this hearing, and you know, it started off to be amusing, then it became just plain embarrassing, and ultimately it was disturbing. So I think we need to not get distracted by the sideshow that Commissioner Carollo put on today. They brought in a new chief, a chief from the outside, which is unusual in the City of Miami Police Department. He's come in, he's been there 5 months, and he's been trying to hold certain officers accountable. He's been trying to reform the internal affairs system within the Miami Police Department. He's been doing the types of things that supposedly commissioners said they wanted. They wanted someone to come in and shake things up. Well, he's shaking things up. Now they're using his past against him, and as you heard in Carly's report, you know, there were these allegations and issues that were raised from jobs that he had more than 20, 25 years ago, and everyone was like, oh no, we didn't know anything about this. Don't believe a word of that. We reported him at the time that he was being selected. These were well documented in the Miami Herald, on CBS 4, in other places. Joe Carollo did not begin to talk about these issues until the chief sent this letter to the city mayor and the city manager outlining a series of problems, particularly by the city commission, in which they have tried to interfere in his ability to run the department. The City of Miami has a long history of commissioners using the police department, using the fire department, using code enforcement to go in and go after political enemies. Acevedo appears to be the kind of chief who will not go along with that. As a result, now Joe Carollo, 5 months later, when he could have looked all this up at the time, was aware of it at the time, is raising all these issues now, and it's an embarrassment to the city because it shows exactly the type of city the City of Miami has become.
Jim, so they're saying they didn't know about these controversies beforehand, where of course they were documented and well reported when the chief was being brought on board. So that begs the question, where is the commission when the chief was being hired? What role do they play in all of this?
So they don't actually have a role in hiring the police chief. The police chief is hired by the city manager. The mayor, Francis Suarez, who was noticeably absent, as Carly reported, you know, should have been there today, should have been there to defend his city manager, defend his choice for police chief. He referred to him as the Michael Jordan of police chiefs when he brought him in. So it's up to the city manager to decide the future of the chief. The city commission does not have a role to play in firing the police chief. Now, if they want to, they can fire the city manager, or they can threaten the city manager. And what you saw today was a lot of threats by city commissioners, particularly Joe Carollo. Joe Carollo has made it clear that if you cross him, he will do everything he can to publicly embarrass you, to eviscerate you, to even show a picture of you at a charity event in Texas wearing what he considered to be an Elvis costume that was inappropriate because the chief's pants were too tight. That's how ridiculous it's become.
All right, Jim DeFede, certainly a long way to go with this story. I'm sure we'll be hearing about it in the days and maybe even weeks to come. Thanks so much.